Alrighty, looks like everything is up and running somewhat, possibly. Still waiting for the star map to fill in. But hi, 01 of 1 here. How's it going? Alright, there we go. There's our star map. So we are chilling in the back of our extra large ship. As you can see, I've done just a little bit of work, not too much. So, considering that this is out in space, I kind of figured, food production is gonna be like a priority, right? Especially if you're on like long hauls, you're gonna want to be growing as much food as possible, because you're gonna be wanting to have a lot of people. So we have like little areas here that are gonna be in front of the bedrooms. These ones are not done yet. These are kind of just like little separated living sections, kind of just for the people who live in these rooms, but not necessarily only for them, but it's the most easiest access to them. They also have a bathroom here in case they need it, and actually have multiple bathrooms. So there's a bathroom here, bathroom there, bathroom over there, and then there's another one over there. So after that, you get to this little sitting area, right? And I could put in like a LCD here and just have this be like a TV room. You sit down. I don't know. But then we have this one right here. This one has a hollow table. And also really cool view of the back of the ship, which is kind of cool. Okay. And then we have kind of the same thing over in here. This varies a little. So I've got like mushrooms over there and I've got like herbs over here. But yeah. And like I've got mushrooms over here, and over on the other side then it's herbs. So just slight variation just to make it so it's not exactly the same on both sides. But then you have this little sitting room over here, and then these two bedrooms over here. This one obviously is not done. And then this one is more or less. I replaced all the windows here as well. So, and then I also replaced the ones over on that side. The little hangar bay here has not changed. And then up there, there's been a lot of changes. I made that kind of like the whole medical deck, I guess. So if we head up here, we now have like a cool area here where we can like look down like through multiple levels of catwalks and like see kind of what's underneath, which I thought was kind of cool. Maybe it's a little lame, I don't know, but I like it, so I'm gonna keep it. And then we have kind of this area over here, and then we also have kind of a reflection over here, just with slightly different, orientations of things. Got some cargo and stuff over there. These are sealed off. They don't have like their own vent, I guess, inside of there. I mean, maybe they should, but they don't at this moment. And then this whole thing is over the small hangar bay, so, and we've got this stuff here. I've got one on this side and I've got one on the other side. So in case we need to recharge real quick, we can. And this is kind of like the place where, patients will be. So you can go here, go into the scanner, or be here, and that's kind of like your patient bed. And then same thing over here, same setup, and then you go over through here, which this actually looks really nice, like how these two set up. So this is the passage through wall up against another passage through wall, so it makes like this nice 2 wide area. I kind of like it. More patient beds, storage for lockers and stuff, more patient beds, and then like little desks and stuff for, people to do work at. Got some lights in here, and this is just kind of like a, I don't know, secondary, tertiary, I guess, area where you can do diagnostics and stuff. And then got, bright future, and then this goes to the upper deck, so either way, because they all just go to here. And then this goes into our growing areas, which are, have all the algae and stuff. Because I figured, algae is probably going to be like the primary food source, as long as we're here, out in space. So it's got these areas, all kinds of algae all over the place. And we can go up this way as well. And this one also. I mean, it looks like it's just like tube lights here, but that's actually, algae all in there. So that's all that there. I haven't done anything up here yet. Still kind of working on that. I haven't done anything over here either, so there's still a lot of interior work that needs to be done. But I'm kind of thinking that we're at the point to where we don't necessarily need to have that ship anymore. So I'm thinking I might disconnect here, move the ship on top of, you know, this area here, and then just let the build and repair units kind of disassemble it. And then we'll just have just this one ship, which keeps, I have no idea which way this thing is turning, because now it's like, I don't know, it's like it's turning like diagonally this way or something. I don't know. It's weird. Okay. We still have this area here, so this is the bar area. Very, very slight updates here. I don't know if I did these in the last video, but we have ATM, we have dispenser, bars, seats, big TVs, and then this can go over to the forward part of the ship, and then I still have to change all of these lights over. But we'll head over this way, I think. And then honestly, it would be faster just to fly through here, because running would probably take a while. And you know, like as you're going along this thing, like you have good views outside and inside the ship. So like you can see pretty much the entire, you know, deck here. And then we have this area. Now I'm thinking this is going to be kind of like a forward sort of like hangout area. So it's not necessarily going to be a plant area like I was thinking of before. Okay, so let's see what else. We can head down below deck. So this is where the ship is going to fit as soon as I build the ship, of course. So we'll head down here, and immediately you can see that there are some changes here. I have 3 extra large reactors. These are tier 5 reactors, so the biggest, the best that I can get. So they're all in there, and I believe they're all producing power. And then this has not changed very much from here. So this is going to be like the lower hangar bay. And then in this area here, I have no idea what I'm going to do in this area. Like, no idea. Like, no idea. I made use of some of the metal plates with the signs on them. So since that goes into the reactor room, that's got the radiation signatures, or radiation signs there. I am going to put a wall kind of here to kind of separate this forward section from that section there. And so there's going to be like a wall here, and then like once we get like over here, there's going to be like another wall here, and that's going to separate the hangar from this section. And I think down here I'm going to do all of the O2H2 gens and all of the oxygen storage. And there might actually be kind of an interesting way to do it, maybe. So I'm thinking, what if I were to put oxygen tank and then O2 gen kind of going this way, and the oxygen tank going that way, so it makes kind of like an L. And then I repeat that like all the way through here. Then we'd have kind of like an interesting little thing, and then I could build this out, kind of have it drop down and be like a little, I don't know, catwalk section area thing that'll go over here and then kind of transition over to the sides and then run down this way to the back section. So that's an idea. I don't know if it's the best idea, but it is an idea. I don't know how I feel about it yet. But yeah, so I think that's pretty much everything that I've done so far. And at this point, except for the oxygen tanks and the O2H2 gens, this ship is self-sustainable. It can move on its own. It can do kind of all this other stuff. It's got well, it doesn't have the daily needs stuff, so I probably should devote a section to that. Oh, and then the other thing that I did. I finished the front. So this is kind of what the front looks like. Just kind of like a, I don't know, weird looking thing. But it was really, really difficult to try to figure out how to make all of this work with the angles and everything, so I did the best that I could. And I maintained this kind of offset for at least these 4 sections, but I couldn't do it for these ones down here given the angles, and I mean, I could have maybe figured something out, but it just wouldn't have been very good, I don't think. But yeah, so that is the shell of the ship, pretty much all done. That's kind of what it looks like. Looks like a big boat with, you know, really big nacelles. And another thing that I'm thinking is once I take this apart and I have all of those thruster components back, I could build more thrusters inside there, because I think I've got room for it. In which case we'll have even more forward and backwards thrust, which will be good. But yeah, I mean, that's basically everything that I need at this point. So I'm gonna start breaking this off, and then we'll move this guy kind of on top of this guy, and then have the whole thing get broken down. I think we have enough gyros in here at least to keep this thing stable, and hopefully it'll work out nicely. I still haven't figured out the drift thing, obviously, so that's going to be an issue that I'm going to have to try to figure out. But for now, yeah, let's just break the umbilical cord here and see what it is that we can do with making this thing work. Ooh, hey, that just broke off. Okay, you guys didn't see it, but I got kind of pushed to the side, even though I'm kind of like really far away from everything, and I think that was just this guy like stabilizing itself. So we're still moving slightly, but I'm pretty sure that this ship was extremely stable, but this one was not because it's got the crane there. So I don't know. But hopefully that can kind of keep itself steady for a little while at least. And this might actually be the shortest time that I've ever had a ship before replacing it with another one. I mean, we just finished building the Aurora, and now we've got the Orion, so oh, this thing does not want to move. Oh, this is not gonna... I thought that it would be easier to move than this, but apparently not. Okay, let's move forward a little bit. And then start moving over to the left. I want to make sure that I'm somewhat centered over all the build and repair units on the Orions. That way, you know, everyone has a pretty good chance at, you know, ripping this thing apart. Which is going to be interesting, at the very least. Also, I haven't checked my food and water in like a while. And I am out of both. Okay, good to go. Alright, so that is slowing me down ever so slightly. And there is the thirsty sign right there. Okay, so let's go ahead and get ourselves moving. Alright, so I need water. I will take 10 water, and I will give you some gray wastewater instead. Okay, and then I'm also going to need some food. I don't know if I have any made already. I don't. Okay, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We'll just make these. Good. We've got more than enough materials here for it, so I'm not really too worried about it. Oh, hey, the ship is moving. Why is this ship moving? The ship shouldn't be moving at all. Weird. Okay, so I think that'll be good for now. And now I get to do the crazy thing, which is transferring the ownership of this whole thing to nobody. and then watching the Orion rip it to shreds. Now, I do have a projection of the Aurora, so if I need to, I can build one again. I'm just going to need, a lot of pieces and parts for it. Okay, so everything transfer to nobody. And the great ripping apart has started. Now, this is probably going to take a while, but you can see that everything is kind of going a little nuts here, which is fine. Sorry, my throat's being a little weird. Okay, but I think that'll be good for now. I also have to figure out what kind of defenses I want to put on the bottom of this thing. Oh, and I need to fill this in too. But yeah, so this is what the inside of the front looks like. It's kind of ridiculous, but it is what it is, I guess. But yeah, so I can do something in here. Like there's more than enough space for all this to work, and I need to bring in a conveyor system through here as well. So I need to bring in this over here to connect these turrets up, and then I can continue to bring that in to connect everything in here up. And I've got a lot of room here, so I could just make like a shit ton of apartments in here if I really wanted to. Because I mean, like, the med bay is built for what, like 8 patients at a time? So, I mean, you need to have at least 8 rooms, and right now I have 2. So, and then also, you're not expecting the hospital capacity to be, at the max at all times, so we could technically have a lot more than just that. Okay, it looks like it is taking apart that. Hopefully this doesn't, like, move and start, like... Because, I mean, this thing is ever so slightly moving. So maybe something I should do is throw a boot on here, so that way if it does move up any higher, it will lock onto that at the very least. So let me throw on a boot here, and I'll throw on a couple boots, I think. So we'll put one boot there, and then, well, actually that's probably going to be the only boot that we need. But yeah, so that should lock this into place, so that way we shouldn't get any kind of drifting, which hopefully will work. And then since that is, armor block, that's going to be one of the last things to go out of here. And it looks like we've pretty much taken everything out of here already, which is really fast. Is it still working? Hello? Did locking it break the breakdown? Yeah, something got transferred back over into my ownership, which it shouldn't have done. Okay, so now it's starting back up again, I think. Unless it's repairing, which it shouldn't be doing. Are you repairing? I can't tell. Wait. Are you repairing? No! What are you doing? You're not supposed to repair, you're supposed to disassemble. What the fuck? Come on now. That's why I made sure that everything goes to nobody. Nobody. As in nobody. You should be taking this apart, not putting it back together. Does it not like being locked to this grid? Is that what the problem is? What? I don't understand. Everything. Nobody. Go. Is there something that isn't like moving over to nobody? Like what? Nobody. Yes. Is like, oh wait, no. Okay, so that's already set to the right thing. That's set. If I have to go through here and check all of these things, it's gonna be ridiculous. Why does this thing not want to get transferred to nobody? Sir, what are you doing? Okay, now it sounds like things are getting torn apart again. Okay, so apparently it was the shield controller. Like apparently you can't change the ownership on that thing, even if you wanted to. But it looks like we're good now, and we are still locked, so that should do all of the things that we needed to do now. Yeah, and it looks like this is trying to stabilize, because otherwise these things wouldn't be doing that. Now, another issue that might be an issue is that we've only got that on the back side, so that would be really, really hard, depending on how thrust works. Like, if you have all of your movement back here and the center of gravity is here, then you need some thrust over here to balance that off to keep everything steady, right? So, I mean, I could take some room inside of here and do some up and down, left and right, forward and backwards, just stabilizing thrusters, which could probably be a good idea. So putting some additional thrust in here, at least up and down thrust, I think is going to be a good idea. So I'll work on that. And I don't know how much I'm going to need, but it's probably going to be a lot. And then also I'm going to need a programming block in here for the doors, so I need to figure out where I'm going to put that. Okay, so we've got room in here on the sides, right? So if I really wanted to, we can take a few of these and put them down here. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Or just 8 for now, I suppose. Okay, I think the build and repair systems need to be told to transfer all of their stuff immediately. I think it's down at the bottom. No, push items. Oh, push components immediately too. Okay, there we go. So that should work there. There we go, yeah. So it just started pushing everything, so that's good. Okay, so metal plate. Got a lot of it. And then, okay. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, so how many can we put here? And I think I probably want to stop with 10. And then, let's see, that's going to have to go down to this level here. And I think they need, what, 7 blocks? I think. Yeah. So let me just throw in some blocks here. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, which leaves 2 blocks down here. Perfect. And then 10 out this way. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay, so that actually fits real nice. And then we can do this over here. Just kind of creating like another wall. Now, keep in mind this is just for stabilization. This isn't for anything else. So that can do that. Let's see, then we need this guy to go on this block, going this way. Oops, not where you were supposed to go, okay. All right, so that's that, and then 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And then we'll shift this wall down here. The fact that the inside of this ship is big enough to even do this is kind of ridiculous, if I'm being 100% honest. Okay. So that is some thrusters, which should be good. And then hopefully they will help stabilize the entire ship. That was a long freeze right there. All right, so it looks like, I mean, they are firing just ever so slightly, which is good. And then I have to figure out, okay, so we're probably gonna need windows in here and these 2x3 ones. Okay, so if I do this, I go with the inverted. What is that gonna look like? There we go. Okay, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Okay, so that will work there. And wouldn't you know, we have exactly 3 spaces here. It's like this ship wants to be built in this way. Like, I didn't do any planning for this, and it's like things just work out. It's kind of weird. Okay, now let's get up into here and get ourselves a little recharge going on. Oh, and we don't have oxygen tanks on here yet, so that is definitely going to be something that I need to put in pretty much immediately. But yeah, I mean, walking through here is actually pretty easy. You just walk up and down the stairs. And then you could technically go through there as well. And then you just go through here, and we're back. Okay. So hopefully these are helping out with what am I thinking of? The drift situation. Girders? Do I not have girders? Ew. Good to go. All right, so now this guy needs to go through here. If I can get this to work. Now, because these windows are inside the block to their left, why work here? Oh, looking at the wrong block. Okay, so I need to look at the middle of this. Wow, that's really hard to hit. Come on, there we go. Okay, so yeah, so these blocks are actually in the block space in here, so I can build right up to the window out here, which is good. And then for what we have down here, I think we've got, what, like 4 spots here? So 1, 2, 3, 4, yeah. But I could put in that. And then alloy plate, I'm gonna need a lot of that. Oh, and I wonder if it's taken apart the LCD yet. Oh, that's not gonna be in this grid because it's not connected to this grid anymore. Okay. I mean, odds are it's probably already taken apart all of the smart pieces of equipment, so that auto crafting thing probably isn't going to be there. I mean, maybe. I could get lucky. Auto. No. Oh, it is there. Good. Good, 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 good. Edit. Control all. Can I? Yes, I can. Copy. Okay. And that was a wide LCD panel? Yeah. Okay, so I need to put that in here and then get a programming block set up, probably in there somewhere. So that way we can start or keep auto crafting all of the things that we need, because that would be especially useful, I think. Okay, but where do I put it? That is the question. I mean, I could put it like over here or something. Let's see, wide LCD. That's gonna have to go in here like that. And then if I take out this block here, oh, but I can't, because that is a sealing block, as in it helps create the seal and maintain the seal. So I could put it here, would actually be a good place for it. Yeah, here would be good. And this is not a sealing block, I don't think. Yeah, no. Okay, so programmable block. And then we'll throw the LCD on top. Okay, and then once that is done, it's got to rotate 90, I believe. And then content is going to be text and images, edit, paste. Okay. And this has to be called auto crafting. Let's see, LCD auto crafting. Okay, good to go. And then we go into here, browse scripts. There we go. Inventory manager. Check. Good. Okay. And then this, need to give credit. So is inventory manager. Good to go. Okay. And that is not the right orientation, sir. There we go. Font size we can definitely make a lot smaller. Holy crap, there's a lot on here. Yee. But, I mean, it is what it is, right? Hopefully we can make this a little bit more legible by turning it to green. That's a little better. Yeah, we can read that. Okay, good to go. So that's what we've got so far. Oh, and we have to reset all of the values? We shouldn't have to reset all the values. Unless, once it's recognized as the auto LCD thing, we go through here, we do all, and then we replace again. Maybe that'll work? I don't know. But that is that doing its thing. That's all of our pieces, parts, and components. And that is relatively easy to read, so I'm good with that. We have a lot of stuff. A lot of stuff. Okay, but that is that up and running again, which is good. And then over here, we can put in the door. Programmable block. Okay, and then this one is going to be the door manager. Whoops. Not what we wanted. Okay, so Icy's or Izzy's simple doors. Check the code. Good. Okay. Always give credit where credit is due. All right, good to go. So that is the door manager all up and running again. Yeah, and this is actually a really nice place for that, I think. Because it allows us to use this space, like underneath, you know, the stairs here, as something, anyways, which will be good. Okay. That'll take me outside, so I need to go this way. It always looks like there's nothing here, but there is actually glass here. And another game freeze. Okay. Okay, so now that we've got all of this in here, do I want to put left and right thrusters in here? Oh, and didn't I need to finish making or doing something? I thought I did. I don't remember. But a lot of this stuff we don't need. No, I've got alloy plates, so... And I definitely don't need all of that. Okay, so I want to see if we are relatively good. No, we are still moving quite a bit, actually. I wish it would kind of tell me like which way we're moving. Like whether it's this way, or if, you know, we happen to be moving, you know, like this. Because that would help me figure out kind of what we need for thrust. But, you know, it's fine. It's cool. Okay, so if I were to put another set of these down here, so that would be 2, right? So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I swear it is like it was meant to be. Okay, I guess we put in left and right thrust in here then too. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. That'll be good there. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. That'll be good there. Alright, and we can just fill in a wall here. Okay, and then we'll fill in the wall here. How do we not have alloy plates? What the heck, dude? What are you doing? Auto crafting. Check this guy out. Edit. Let's see, where is the alloy plate? We have metal plate. Why is there no alloy? Am I missing it? Because we have LWTS alloy tube, right? Why is that not in there? Fairly certain it should be in there. Okay. So let's see, these are set for what? Cooperative mode. Cooperative mode. Okay, so I'm gonna call this one okay. And we want this guy to learn. So then we go into production. We tell it to learn those. Okay. It is learning. Trying to learn anyways. Okay, good to go. And then I'm gonna put M helper because that shows up alphabetically, and I want this to show up so MA shows up before MH. And so that's main helper. So yeah, so then it shows up with the main one, so that should work. Good to go, I think. And then we go into the auto crafting LCD, and then we should see it in here now. Yeah, there we go. Alloy plates, so this is going to be set to 500, and then it should be able to start keeping that stuff all up, and then I need to recharge again. Okay. Not the easiest thing to fly up here, but that's fine. And I need oxygen pretty much ASAP, otherwise I'm going to die. But we should have filled oxygen bottles, so let's see, bottle. We have hydrogen. Where's our oxygen bottles? Okay, well that's not good. Well. Do I have that set as no airlock? I do. I would like you to be an airlock if you don't mind. Okay, so let's go and take a look at what is left in here, because I'm pretty sure that my bottles are still in here. Why are you building stuff back? Ugh. Why? Why is it doing this? It's just... Why? Take the thing apart. All of this stuff, all of it, transfer it to nobody. Just do it. Oh my god. Okay. Probably should have checked to see if they had any bottles, because oxygen is now even more important. Did you pick up the bottles yet? You did not. Okay. That has... I can't access that. Are you kidding me right now? Dude. Seriously, how do I not have access to the oxygen tanks? Is this the only one that's here? Is it not connected? That's not even the right one. Okay. Okay, there we go. So you, sir, why? Okay, I don't know what's going on here. Okay, so we're good on oxygen now. And is this... Take all of the things. Okay, so everything should be at nobody right now. Should be. Whether it is or not, I have no idea, but it should be. So it looks like it's still trying to move everything over. So it's just trying to take everything out, it looks like. So I'm going to help this guy along. There you go. Probably faster for you to grab all the things if they're out floating, instead of waiting. And I do have gravity generator in here as well. It was right in front of the reactor where I've got the signs. So it's just kind of suspended from the ceiling. So that should cover most of the area here. I think it doesn't cover like the back, like a few blocks, but it should cover most of everything. Okay, so now that we're good on oxygen for a while, let's head back in here. All right. So yeah, gravity generator right there. It is a bit forward, but I think that should be fine. And I need to start moving things over. There we go. All right, so this guy needs to go there. And that should pretty much solve us for here. And then, let's see, I could do 3, 3, and 3. And then a 2, that wouldn't quite work out though. So this is 7 inside of here, and I've got a 2 by 3 window. So then I would be short a little bit. So I'd have to put in like a row of like 1 by 1s or something. Which, you know, not a big deal. Okay. But I do need to make sure that no one can stand in where the fire is going to be, or the exhaust, or whatever you want to call it for this thing. And then also, does that not go there? So it's going to be difficult. Kind of to be expected, I suppose. But I mean, I could put this in here, there. And then this is going to have to go here. That leaves us with this kind of weird area in the middle. So I could go and do something like this, and then get my 3x3, the inverted one, apparently. And then I would need just a 2x1 in here. Inverted. Okay, so that can go there, that can go there, and now no one is going to be roasting themselves alive on the flames from this. So hopefully that'll work out. And then I need to put in something over here. So I think that's where I was, and I ran out of these guys. Okay, so is that going to work? I think that'll work. Okay. Then that leaves us with a nice 3x3 area that we can use, or 3 area. You know what I mean. So let's go back to window. All right. Now this has got to go this way. Okay. So that'll cover up everything over there on that side. And then I need to do the same thing over here. Okay. That's gonna have to rotate around that way. Good to go. Okay. All right, so that works there. And now I need to get, so this is gonna have to be the inverted. Okay. All right. So now we've got a bunch of our thrusters in here. So these are just stabilizing thrusters. That's all they're here for. I could probably put in some more going this way, maybe. I mean, I don't need to, but I could. Okay. Okay, so then I need to go back into the windows here, grab these guys. All right, so that can go there, that can go there. We can do 1x2. Okay. All right, I'm gonna go and take a look at the ship the Aurora and see how its demolition is going along. So hopefully it is still moving along. Okay, we still have little blue things, so I think it is still trying to take everything apart, which is good. Okay. That does not need to be in here anymore. Okay, so it's taking out all the stuff in there, which is good. Alright. It looks like all the stuff here is also slowly getting taken apart, which is also good. Looks like the assemblers were already disassembled, which is good. Okay. Yeah, I think we're still doing pretty good. I'm gonna have to recharge again. I'll go in through this way, just for fun. Alright, now we need to go down through here. That gets us right to the med bay. Nice. Okay, another thing that I could probably do is take all the hydrogen tanks and take them off of stockpile. Because I'm pretty sure they already moved everything that they could move. Okay, so that gives me a little bit of hydrogen. Good. Okay, let's see, what else is there to do? Oxygen tanks would be nice. Is that thing set to no airlock as well? It is. Okay, this I actually do want to be an airlock, so if you don't mind. Alright, so we are good to go here, kind of sort of so far. Okay, so how do I want this to even look? That is the question. So one, do we want to skip one or skip two? Let's skip two. Okay, so that will work there. It's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I have no idea if this is even gonna like come out correctly or not. Yeah, it's skipping every two, right? Yeah, okay. Okay, once again, not planned, just happened to work that way. But I'll take it. Okay, so then we're gonna need some oxygen tanks. Okay, and then we need our H2O2 gens. And then this can go out like that, I think. Basically, any ice that we get is going to get processed extremely quickly. And then what I kind of want to do is extend this out to the middle and have like a central spine, and then run that probably up into here. And then this needs, what, H2O2 components? No, bulletproof glass. Why you no have bulletproof glass? It's out of nickel? Also, you're supposed to go to main, not main helper, sir. Can we make a bunch of that at least? Yes, we can. Okay. So why does the auto crafting thing not have that set up? It's bulletproof glass, right? Oh, here we go. Oh, dude. Make like, keep yourself at like 500 of those. Okay. I was hoping I could avoid having to go through and change everything in that auto crafting. What the? Okay, the guns from down in here sound very loud and very scary. Yikes. Okay, so I do kind of want some access to stuff here, so let me see, I need cargo, small cargo. There we go. So I want to put that in there because that will also act as a thing to send this down. Okay, and then this has to be a T section. Like that, and then we can get rid of these two things. And that. Oh hey, this is actually incorrect. Okay. So what we need here is actually a curved piece. Okay, so that'll go there, and then we can go with the T-section. There we go. Rotate. Not that it matters, but okay, and then it's 1, 2. So this has actually got to come out. Sorry about that. Okay, and then this needs to be a 4-way. Or this needs to be a 4-way. That needs to be a T, and we run that. Yeah, okay. One of these days I will figure this out. Okay, so 4-way cross has to go in there. And the T section has to go in there like that, so that we can continue having this go this way. Okay, so that can go there, and there, and there, and then this needs to be a T. Or do I want to keep it as a 4-way cross? I don't know. We'll just keep it as a 4-way cross for now. All right, and then that can go there. So the whole idea of having this spaced out is I'm gonna have catwalks through here, and I want to be able to look down and kind of see, you know, that there's something going on. Okay, so that can go through all of this. All right. I'm out of interior plates. Okay. So this is probably not the most efficient way to do this, but the idea isn't to be efficient, it is to look interesting. And there goes the audio glitch. And we are at about an hour, so I suppose that kind of works. How am I out of interior plates already? Alright, I'm going to turn the sound down because that is very annoying. It's like static, but it's like... it's annoying. And I think it is from the build and repair units, but, you know, it's a thing. It's just going to be how it is, I guess. 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 1, 2, 3, 2, 3, and 1. Okay. So that's good there. Do we have ice yet? Also, is this connected into anything? I don't think it is. No, I never finished it. Okay. All right. Well, I guess we can do that now. Make that go to there, and then this can go... I just had a thought. If the reactors aren't connected right now, then how is this ship getting power? Because I don't think I've built my battery bank yet. I have one tier 5 battery. So everything on the ship is running off of one battery. That is hilarious. And that's got to be the battery that's on the crane. That's just silly. That is silly. But it is what it is, I suppose. Okay, so that can go there. That can go there. And then, are you a straight piece? Yes, okay. So we're gonna need a curve. Okay, so that goes in there like that. And then we'll throw the curve over here on this side. And then we're gonna need a straight. Okay, so then that can go off, that can go off, and then I need the T-section. Okay, so that can go in there, and that can go in there. That should be good to go. All right. So now that all of this is connected through here, are you pulling ice? Do you have ice yet? reactor. Okay, good. So they filled themselves up, so we do have access to all of that. Do we have any ice? We don't have the ice yet. Okay, well, ice is kind of important. And I'm going to need to recharge as well. Alright, so let's go up this way and through here if it will let me. There we go. Alright. Okay, so we don't have the ice yet, which is kind of a problem. So I need to make sure that this thing is still taking everything apart, because we should have like almost 1 million ice on this ship. But it looks like it has decided to stop taking itself apart again, which is dumb. Inventory, ice. Where's all the ice, dude? And then also, why is this transfer to nobody? Why does it keep, like, it's annoying. But, wherever our ice is, we apparently lost it all. Which is not great, because we kind of need that. Seriously, where did all of my ice go? Unless it burned through all of the ice trying to fill up the hydrogen tanks, which that would make sense. But that would also mean that we don't have any ice, which means that those oxygen tanks are the last of the oxygen that I have until I decide to find more ice. So that's a little disconcerting. Okay, it's a lot disconcerting, if I'm being completely honest here. Okay, so now that we have all those extra thrusters in the front end, is that helping out any with our movement? No. Okay, so that guy right there is what is causing this thing to keep moving and not stay still. And I don't know how to fix it. I mean, I could go into here and find the advanced rotors, which I think are these two right here. And then I have to work with the rotor displacement. And what is it, like 15, negative 15, negative 0.15 or something? The amount should be between negative that and that, okay. Okay. We are still moving. We are still moving. Okay. Okay, turning off the inertial tensors seemed to have stabilized it a little. Oh no, now the whole thing is just moving. So that's why we need the inertial tensor on there to keep it from moving, but it shouldn't be doing that. Like, that should not be doing that, because we're locked in. Like, we are literally locked in. Why is it doing that? Is it these rotors? But I need to have those off. Or the inertial tensor on there off. But yeah, so it is most definitely the crane that is causing the issue because it's a subgrid. Even though I locked it down as best as I possibly could, apparently that is not good enough. Because, I mean, it should have locked here, right? It shouldn't be bouncing here, but it is. And that's inertial tensor on, should turn that off. And then we can turn that one off. It's still, like, it shouldn't be doing this. Like, once it's locked, it is locked. That's the point of these things. So I don't understand why it's doing that. And also, where's your stuff, dude? So that's supposed to have a rotor head and a magnet on there. Apparently it doesn't like that, so yeah, they need to make magnets be like smart blocks or something, because this is kind of ridiculous. Like like rotor heads should be a smart block as well, because I shouldn't have to do this. But then again, build and repair systems aren't a part of the vanilla game, so it's a mod issue, not necessarily a game issue. So yeah. But yeah, this jiggling right here, this is why the ship does not remain completely still. That right there. And that is the only battery on the ship right now, so that's kind of funny. I don't know. I guess it's just going to be a thing, I guess. And it looks like we took out all of the smart blocks in here because it is starting to work on the interior blocks. So that's good, I think. Which means that it should have transferred all the oxygen tanks onto the ship. Or oxygen bottles, anyways. Bottle? Yes. So we've got our oxygen here. So we're good there for now, at least a little bit. Not having ice is kind of an issue. That could be a problem. And then, I mean, even this thing is locked down. So that's locked there. This is locked to this in a couple of ways right now. So this main large grid thing is locked here. And then the small grid is locked here. So there shouldn't be any kind of movement on any of this. But apparently there is. I don't know. I don't know. It's a thing. It's going to continue to be a thing. I mean, hell, it even could be these here, because those are on rotors as well. And I put those on there to make the wheels at least a smart grid, which is what I had to do over here for all of these as well, which is why those are on there, so that way the build and repair units don't rip those apart, because that would break the crane real fast, which would not be good. Okay, so ice is going to be one of the main things I need to get relatively quickly. Actually, can I pilot this whole ship from here? No, I can't. Okay. So it might actually be a good idea to start moving, but then again, this needs to remain locked down until it's completely disassembled. So maybe we wait here. And then hope that my oxygen tanks don't run out, because that would kind of suck. Yeah, and then I think we need to go down. Is that where the alien planet is? Mars is that. Okay, yeah. So we need to go that way. Okay, so another thing that I'm going to need on here is some sort of a mining ship. Just to go out and mine some stuff, bring it back. And then I was thinking, like, once I make the delivery ship, I could also make that kind of like a little mining ship. So it just fits in there and goes out, and then we can fit some, like, grab those tanks right there, throw them onto the ship, and then go out, do the mining, which will then fill those up, hop back in here, and then it does connect on the bottom, but I don't think those are conveyored connections. I think that's just, well, then again, let's find out. Yeah, no. Yeah, so those aren't conveyored connections, those are just to lock it in. So that should work there. So the ship has got to fit in here, right? This is going to be, it's going to be interesting. And then also, what is this block? Oh, that's a half block. Okay. Yeah, so this is a little weird right there, but, you know, best I can do with what I have. All right, so how's this looking? It's coming apart. Oh, this has already come off. Oh, that's lovely. Alright, so that can come off because we're no longer holding the ship in place, but hopefully I fixed some of the issues maybe with that. I don't know. Let's see how much we're moving. It's not bad. Yeah, that's not bad at all. So I think we're good there, and I'm gonna go check the movement over here on the front. That's also about the same. Yeah, it looks like we're slowly moving this way. But yeah, I mean, I think we're kind of good to go for the most part. This is just basically armor blocks at this point, so there's nothing really left to do here. So we'll leave that kind of as is. And that's going to be sending in a ship. Little drones, that's fine. I mean, it's not going to get past all of those guns, so I'm not even really worried about it. But I do need to put a shield on here as well. So I'm going to have to figure out where I can put that. And then also a shield controller. So I think the shield controller should go probably up here, maybe inside somewhere. And then another thing that I'm going to need is a place to control the ship from. So we'll do that real quick. This guy, control seat. And we'll have that face forward. Now, I cannot move the ship at this point because that is just floating there. But, okay, according to this, we're not moving at all. At least in the center of the ship, we're not moving. We have a drone coming in, which is fine. Okay. That drone is coming in very slowly. you know, what is it, like 10 meters a second? Like, I know you can fly faster than that. Of course, it's not going to survive, so. That is a lot of gunfire. That's a lot of gunfire. Okay, so I think this is probably a good place to go or to end the episode. We did go long, but I think with this we're actually in a pretty decent place. Yeah, so you can see how much we've moved so far. So it looks like we're turning this way, which is weird, but you know, it is what it is, I suppose. We have a gamma drone coming in. But yeah, so that's pretty much all I've got. So this is the only thing that I'm worried about, is this stuff coming in and bouncing off of things. But yeah, so that's the video. Hopefully you guys enjoyed, and if you did, hopefully you'll join me for the next one. But until then, that's all I got, so have a good one.